went to the Homesteaders of America conference this weekend. It was our second time going. Last year was our first, but this year we were even more excited and ready. We felt like seasoned veterans. We could ditch the overwhelm of the first year and truly focus on the lectures and absorb all of the information. Stopping to get some fuel. We're less than a few hours away and we're all getting antsy. Hopefully people fall asleep. When they wake up, we'll be there. Who's excited?
Me.
Good. You're excited too? It's about a 4-hour drive for us. So with our 3 small kids, it was, probably closer to 10. So we got up there on Wednesday and we stayed in a town called Strasburg, which is about 15 or 20 minutes from the Front Royal fairgrounds there that the conference was held at. Strasburg was a beautiful historic town. We were walking distance to the downtown area. We found a really cute park.
I can't get up.
Cool patio garden. And it's really a town that you just don't want to miss. There is so much history there. Grilled Cheese and Tomato Soup Festival. Strasburg, you know what's up. So the next day was Thursday and we went to none other than Polyface Farm. We got off the main road and it was a left and a right and another right and a left, and this farm started to look like this farm, which started to turn around and then a right-hand turn, and then we lost cell service and it was wonderful. So we roll into Polyface Farm and it just looks like nothing fancy, and that is exactly what I had anticipated out of Joel Salatin. We went during a time where the store was open, so we got to shop a lot, and then the farm is open 24/7 and you can wander pretty much wherever, and that's what we did. We got to see the chickens and the rabbits and ducks. I totally nerded out at the bee yard. I sat there just observing, and I desperately wanted to grab a suit and put it on, and they would have kicked me out. It was just a beautiful area, and we got to hike all over the place on the farm and just be inspired and take mental note of how everything was set up. We got home, we were exhausted, and the conference hadn't even started yet. So we got there on Friday and it was gorgeous weather, mid-70s, t-shirt and pants. We were early enough that we got to walk around and see some of the vendors, say hey to some friends that we only get to see at this event once a year. And then it was time to start lectures, and we knew exactly who we wanted to see. The schedule was all set up. Amy Fuel and her crew do an amazing job. The people that are the best of the best in that industry and have so much knowledge and advice to give, they were there speaking. And I have a notebook and it is full of so much information. We are at a spot in our lives where we sold our 1-acre homestead. We're living temporarily in an RV and we're looking to purchase a lot of land. And everything just felt so relevant, and I just wrote it down, and I feel so encouraged and ready. And without the conference, it would take who knows how long to be reading, to internet research, and to glean this information from all sorts of various resources when you can go to an event like this and you sit and it just comes to you. And it's priceless, really. The amount of information that we learned. I highly recommend this conference for anybody, whether you're still living in your apartment with your garden balcony or you have 100 acres with, 50 head of beef cattle and you know exactly what you're doing. There's always something to be learned. And if not, the networking alone. The kids got to see McMurray Hatchery and play around with the baby chicks. We got to see all sorts of different demos, such as Working Aussies Homestead. They brought their dogs and did a sheep herding demo, whittling spoons, milking goats. You got to learn anything from beekeeping to worm farming to grazing cattle to living a non-toxic life. How to just start from scratch. Take the time and go. If you've been second guessing it, or if you've gone and you're relating to this video, drop a comment and say hey if you saw me. We were the family with the enormous Cadillac of wagons riding around with 3 kids and all of our crap piled in it. That thing was a blessing. And that's a wrap. We came, we saw, we conquered. We're exhausted. Yeah. All right, kids. How'd you like the conference? Good. They're exhausted. Complete exhaustion, and let's just say it was a quieter ride home than it was on the way there. The Peace of Wild Things by Wendell Berry. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting with their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world and am free. All right, until next year.